Welcome to the 2023 Wild Art Farm tour. We got our mobile chicken coop here. I move this about once a week, 3 to 5 feet with a breaker bar. These chickens are going to be moving across that over the rest of the summer. Our sorghum, we're going to make a little bit of molasses this year. We're growing this for multiple reasons. Chickens love to eat the grain. So all these close ones together here are going to be chicken food. All these seeds make some good supplements to our chicken's diet. And then these big thick ones back here we will make a little bit of molasses out of. We've got a few nice pumpkins over here. And this is our main crop growing area. As you might have suspected, it is full of splant. This is a little late in the season. Most of our tomatoes are gone or on their way out. This bed here has been recently raked of buds, and these have not. We got some Marconi Rossos and some Jimmy Nardellos, some volunteer tomatoes. There's some nice Nardellos. We have yarrow growing throughout because it's good for bringing up nutrients from deep in the soil. We got some paprika peppers here and some dill with splanth growing through it. Little lamb's quarter and dill. Some splanth. This is where we had our yellow squash, and there's still splanth growing in that. We have calendula and splanth, and we have some stevia over here. Here we have, guess what? More splanth. And more splanth. Got some basil and stevia over here. Tried growing cantaloupes on the trellis this year, and that worked out really good, and we'll be doing more of that next year. See, over here we had some cucumbers and more splanth. And more splanth. We leave the milkweed in the garden to promote the butterflies, which is probably our main pollinator here. We got milkweed all over the place. This is what we rake our splanth, harvest our splanth with. It's a blueberry rake. That's how we bulk pick. When we pick your fresh orders of 30 or 50, we pick those by hand, because that way we get the best buttons for you. Over here we have some service berries, and this is where I grow my tomato. It's a mortgage staker. It's a cross between a mortgage lifter and a beefsteak. This one's got a little action on it there. Tomatoes are pretty much on their way out. We have grapes growing on this trellis, but they haven't filled up the trellis yet. Over here we have chamomile and holy basil, a little bit of perilla, some holy basil. That's our lettuce seed. Greenhouse is where we have done this year. We've got splanth growing in these tubes, so when it's raining out, we still have something to pick from. The greenhouse splanth is pretty old at this point. There's some more perilla. Lots of perilla. This is volunteer perilla, actually. It came from one pot that we were overwintering. And these are baby little splants. Black raspberry along this trellis here. That's really nice. This is our water tank at the greenhouse. This water tank gets fed from the shop roof about 150 yards that direction. We have our purple perilla or shiso, Korean basil. This makes a wonderful tea and a wrap. You can wrap things in it. We got more splanth over here and peppermint and more splanth. We have our splanth in the grow boxes in the cold frames, so when it's raining we can close these up and they can stay dry to be picked fresh in the morning so we can send them out. We have a volunteer patty pan squash right here. Lavender. Plant. We did not bother to plant here this year. We had a lot of problem with weeds in this area, so we just left it covered for the whole season this year. Let's see, out here we have some blueberries and some blueberries and some splanth and lavender. Lots of lavender. That row has blueberries and oregano and some bachelor buttons. We leave pollinating flowers scattered about everywhere to keep everybody happy. Lots of oregano, and blueberries, and some nice lavender. There's a fig tree, another tank. All these tanks get fed by gravity all the way from the shop, which from this point is probably, I don't know, 300-400 yards away. Gravity feeds down to these tanks so we can water this area. This is our berries. There's another big fig tree. This is our best blueberries. I think they're called oak plachoni. These contour lines, we have elderberry, wild blackberry, thornless blackberry, raspberry. Pretty much it. Now we're heading out to, we call them the tree swales. They're not really swales. We didn't dig swales, we build swales. For the first 3 years or so, we rolled out thick layers of hay into these contour lines to build up. We are a no-till farm, so we did not dig our swales. Are they as effective? Probably not. But it's what we're doing, and it's working all right. We put about 400 to 600 trees in here. They're all native fruit and nut trees: persimmon, elderberry, hazelnut, black cherry, wild plum, and we put all of our extra seeds out here, so we get lots of things just coming up into our tree swales. Let's see. So these are lines on contour. Don't really know what else to say about it. We have a lot of wild blackberry growing in here, and that's going to be managed. I'm going to take a lot of it out next season. We've been allowing some things to grow out here that we wouldn't necessarily leave. We were trying to wait till these trees got big enough to hold the line, hold the contour themselves. And so each year I go back and get rid of some more things that we don't need anymore. All the elderberries have been picked, all the wild plums have been picked, all the blackberries have been picked. This is one of our black cherry trees. It made just little tiny berries this year, or cherries this year. So we didn't get any of these. I've been taking these and spreading them around in hopes to create more of these trees. They're not really old enough to be producing yet. This entire area was normal field when we got here, and I think we planted it the first year we're here. Most of this stuff is 4 to 5 years old. The hazelnuts are producing, wild plums are producing, blackberries, elderberry. We have volunteer garlics, mints, some holy basils out here in the lines. And so that's pretty much what we have going on this year. I'm sure I've left a bunch of things out. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to accommodate you. This is one of the largest mulleins that I've ever seen. I'm experimenting with just not mowing this strip in hopes that some more wild blackberries will come in and inhabit it. Because in this area we had a little bit of extra room between our rows. Anyway, that's what we got going on this year here at Wild Art Farm. We harvested probably, 70, 80 pounds worth of wild plums out of this area. And that was the first time. And we discovered that wild plums make incredible jam. And this winter I will be experimenting with some wild plum wine, which I think will be quite tasty. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour, and thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like it.